Reading has been something that has had a huge impact in my life. Not only use it for entertainment purposes, but also to learn even more about the English language. Some people may consider literature as a form of art rather than a tool, but I think we as teachers we can manage and make and convert and adapt these materials into something more meaningful for teaching. Literature is a tool to enhance the language proficiency, also cultural awareness and critical thinking skills for our students. Literature exposes the students into a natural language use depending on what they are reading. Also, teaching them more vocabulary and the grammatical structures, but used within the context of the book or the dialogue or the topic that they are managing. There are different types of text, and there are two that can be used the most in the classroom. These are the classics and the contemporaries. The classics teach more of an old English and old customs and old experiences, rather than the contemporary is something that it's more of what we live into our daily day-to-day life, and with technology, something like we already have experienced, it's implemented into those stories and books. And into the student's perspective, contemporary can be more easy to understand than classics because there are many unknown words into classic books. There are many different objects or things like that we don't use anymore. So that's why if we want to start with something easy, we should start with contemporary. Literature exposes the students to cultural awareness by introducing different cultures and customs and also perspectives. We can see this in with people of color authors, where they can most of these can be seen in essays where they share their experiences within the society or their personal experience living into these, either can be into a country or something more meaningful like a certain age within time. um, and also throughout the years, moving on for the academic stuff, there has been models suggested for introducing literature as a tool. But I'll give you two. The first one will be the cultural model, which this uses the text as a product. So this is a source of information about the target culture. So we're talking about only one thing, looking for specifics. And these specifics can be social, political, or historical backgrounds. But these are mostly used in university courses, so something more academic and more professional. The second one is one that I think it's the easiest to implement into the class, which is the language model. This is more learner center, and this is when the students pay attention to the way the language is used and more focus in general grammar and the vocabulary. So we are reading this text to understand what they're saying rather than to look for information. So this is the most effective, in my perspective, to teach English to new students. And as a conclusion, literature can sound intimidating in some ways, but when we talk about teaching languages, we can see that we can adapt a lot of materials and apply it and make it a valuable and supporting tool for ESL education. Thank you.